Hello and what is up, everybody? Cliff B here once again playing some more Minecraft Isolation World. Where we last left off, the village is looking nice. So we finally built the marketplace after taking us like 3 episodes. Yeah, we have the marketplace, we have the market banners and signs. We actually have villagers here going all over the place. We have the bank of the upper village. So I figure out a name for this place here, but yeah, we got the Bank of the Upper Village here. We have the Lower Market Pool and Aquarium. Which, yes, the fish are still in. Love that. But yeah, so that is the fish in there. And then we also got the farm done here. So this is the non-meat farm, I guess you would call it. So as you can see, there's like fields of wheat, there's cats, there's potatoes and beets and monkeys and monkeys. I think I combined melons and pumpkins together to become munkins. Oh my gosh. Yeah, sure, whatever, munkins. Anyway, there's also bee nests here for the bees to come out and fertilize the land. So at this point here, the only thing left for the lower village is, oh my gosh, you sack of... Love how these two are just staring at each other. The F you're doing, man? Just like I'm flying here. And I think that bee actually has some pollen on. Oh, it's pollinated this area. That's nice. Actually, now I think about it, there are some flowers growing where there wasn't flowers before. So the bees are doing their job and acting like bone meal, essentially. If you don't know, wherever bees fly, so they drop like pollen as they fly, and it acts like a mild form of bone meal, so it helps crops grow faster. But it can also make the land look a tad bit hairy. But anyway, yeah. So pretty much, we just... So, pretty much, the only thing left are just a couple, like basically some shacks for people to live. You know, I feel like there should be like stalls here, and this is gonna be like for where the wandering traders go. And then we need like a couple of shacks here, like just right there, a couple of shacks, maybe just trees. There is not enough trees now I think about it. Let's get some trees in, shall we? Trees are a great way to like fill up empty space when you don't actually want to build anything. That's kind of the same in reality as well. So we just put a tree there, make sure there's nothing on any sides of it, then we bone mill the crap out of it, and boom! Tree. Tree. That might not be the wisest just because that's there, so let's put it here instead. And then bone mill to high hell, and we get a tree. Alright, so yeah, that's actually filling up the space quite nicely. So let's just put a bit more trees in. And then bone mill to high hell. And one right there. There we go. It's not interfering with that, right? Let's see where that leads. Let's go on the safe side. There we go. So we're just gonna dot around a few trees. Oh. Okay. Actually, I should be mixing this up. Let's not just do all that. Let's also put some birch in here as well. And maybe even some... No, it's fine. There we go. Do that. Birch in here. There we go. Kind of don't like how much bone meal it takes to grow a tree. Which isn't interfering with anything. Yep. There we go. Night Night Grill just go back there, and then, yep. So strange how that works. Alright. There you go. And then we just come down here and make this area a bit more grassy. Because it makes the area look a bit more fuller. And this is the lower village. We're not expecting them to, like, you know, keep their lands tidy. This is where, like, the refugees... refugees. This is where those who have been displaced due to, like, attacks lives. And the people that are often displaced is not really caring about the land that they are visiting. It's like, well, this isn't my home. It's more like just a temporary place to stay, so I don't care. That type of stuff, and there we go. Yeah, you was the idiot that ran into a tree. Don't you dare blame me. Okay, no one told you to do that. Go and put some more grass down. Go. There we go. And now, thanks to some trees, and strategically placed trees and whatnot, and now I can just do this, and those trees will just grow on their own. And then, alright, make sure that we grow the tree first. Oh my gosh, what the? Oh, that spawned with a... What? Is that a thing that a tree can just spawn with a beehive attached to it? Wow, that lets you just spawn with like a beehive attached to it. I've never seen that happen before. And bees, what the? Okay. I've got to check the wiki about that one. I didn't know that a tree can just spawn with like a beehive next to it. I mean, on it. Is that just a case of if you bone mill it, that can happen? Or was it because there's bees in the area that triggered that to happen? Like, what happened for a tree to spawn with just a beehive next to it? Is that just special for birch? And 3 bees is that? 3 bees. Well, I hope these villagers aren't allergic, I ain't doing enough for them. We're not clearing out those bees that just came out of nowhere and just spawned. I should probably would clean up a little bit. Well, a tree here would be nice. It is. Somebody's view is gonna be pissed. Well, this is what happened when you work in like the Goonies or the Boonies or the Boondocks. Your view is a tree. Like literally, that guy's just like, he goes to work and the only thing he sees is a bloody tree. And the unwashed masses. Alright, I still want to know, can that happen again? Like, if I plant this, is there a chance for me to get another tree, or is it... Maybe it's just like a super rare occurrence of like a beehive growing to a full tree. I mean, a tree being planted and growing with like a beehive attached to it. Because that was unexpected. I'd still like to know what triggered that to happen as well. Just, unless this, you know, planting a tree. Oh, there we go, monster trees. There we go, and we have... Just going through the lanes here, putting down some grass, putting down some trees. Alright. I think that's enough. besides, that kind of always happens. We always get like that place where it's like your view is just a tree. You know, you ever been to like a school or maybe like an apartment building, and like your view outside is literally either a tree or a brick wall, that type of situation? You know? Alright, and go. Still don't know what caused that over there. That'd be a cool, like, fun little Easter egg if that just has a random chance of happening. I somehow made it happen. Okay. Alright. I love how I was trying so hard to create monster tree there, and the monster tree spawns over there. Alright. And you know what? Or is it a case like a flower needs to be next to it? I really want to know what's the spawning parameters of something like that happening. But anyway, let's get on with today's stream. Now we're done with like the trees and the flowers everywhere. That really does fill up the space, just putting down the trees. But yeah, it's about time we start closing up on the lower village and start constructing the upper village. In order to close out on the lower village here, we're gonna need some walls. And I promised it for a long time coming, but one of us is going down. Oh, okay, let's stop singing before I get copyrighted. Lighthouse. Because this guy on the hill, who's the first villager to get like a fancy house. I mean, look at this guy. He got the fancy house, he's got a fancy stable. You know? Maybe he needs a bit more light to stop things possibly spawning around him. Oh my gosh, Rain, I'm not dealing with your BS. Go to oblivion. But the reason why he's up here by himself and was given a fancy house, not because it happened to spawn there or anything, but because he is also manning the lighthouse, which is going to be built over here, which looks far and wide into the land for any possible raids or undesirables. So I think what we're gonna do is bash our way through here, make a staircase that goes through here, wrap around here, and make like a platform out that's kind of like floating. And make basically the first of the floating platforms, because the upper village, along with being like on bridges and pathways suspended between these two mountains, I think a few of them are going to be flying as well. Because, I don't know, I really should dig up the lore of this village here. Because so far the only thing established is that technically these guys are not lesser villagers, they're lower villagers. They've been displaced from their homes due to villager raids and players being dick. I, the magnificent and wonderful God, have found them, trying to isolate in a mountain, and have built them, you know, protection, walls that have yet to be built. Let's pretend that there are walls there, and it's given them wonderful technology. And some of the villagers, the upper villagers, have gained some of my godly powers and have somehow made flying islands. I don't know. I will figure out the lore of the upper villagers as we build. But as of right now, let us build. Alright, so we can take this down, because I think I only put that there just for the sake of lighting this place up. Alright, let's bust our way to the mountains here. Let's make it 4 wide, shall we? The reason why we're making it 4 wide is so when I put stairs, because they're going to be stairs, you don't just bash your head on every single block. Crap. Also, we're getting to the point where we're high enough that snow is going to start appearing, so that's going to be nice. But yeah, so that's going to be the stairs that's going to the mountain here. And then we're going to make a path that wraps around. So I think we're gonna board this off here. And then out there, what's up, Danny? And then out, and then floating above the wall, and maybe slightly off, like floating out, we'll have the lighthouse situation. But as of right now, let's make these stairs. And actually, we should be starting to use some nicer blocks because we're finally getting into like possibly the upper village, but still not quite. The lower village isn't done just yet. So what should be the blocks that we use for like upper villages building? Why do I gotta wait a second? Granite? No, granite won't fit. I mean, the lower village has been white, gray, and brown so far. So we did use bricks for the guard's house. And his house is the only one with a chimney stack, which kind of makes him slightly out of place. But again, he is the guard. He does have the most highest paying job in here. So him having a bricks chimney kind of makes sense compared to everybody else who have had lower class positions. Okay, if you hear honking, for some reason there's like a parking lot just behind my unit, and they are apparently are just like super pissed off and are just beeping their horns back and forth. I don't know. People are just losing their minds during quarantine. Hopefully you guys are staying sane, and hopefully this content is helping you stay sane throughout your quarantine time frame. And if you are starting to lose your mind, then you can always just jump in on the stream. And we can lose our minds together, because losing your mind together is a lot more fun than losing your mind by yourself. Quarantine 2020. Alright, so anyway, now that's done, I don't know where the hell I was going with that. I just had a moment, went for it. What the hell do we build this out of so we're not just kind of tripping on concrete? So yeah, we're getting to that point where we're starting to use like fancier materials here. So I'm just thinking like, you know, concrete. And we want to make sure we're using concrete blocks and not concrete powder, because the difference is concrete powders follow the rules of gravity. What's up, Moan? And yes, I have been sane most of this time. Kinda, maybe, sort of, not really. Don't question my sanity, gosh darn it. So concrete's quartz. I think quartz would be nice, a bit more fancier. Or maybe we should try sandstones, because I would like to work with sandstone. Yeah, maybe it's time for some sandstone in here. And runs. Like, it's the same color scheme, basically, of, like, white and gray and brown. The only difference is we're using fancier blocks, you know? Because normally how it works when you make, like, a slightly fancier town than what you currently had going, is that you are just essentially using fancier versions of pretty much the same shite. It's like when you buy a $1,000 phone versus a $200 phone. You know, it's still a phone. You're still gonna make phone calls. You're still gonna have apps on it, assuming it's a smartphone. Because if you're paying $1,000 for a flip phone, I think you done effed up somewhere. Just saying, I don't think you should be paying that much for a flip phone. But like, you know, if you're buying like a $1,000 phone versus a $200 phone, so we're gonna assume that they're smartphones. You know, it's still a phone at the end of the day. It's just a case of that $1,000 phone might be, you know, made out of metal compared to like a phone. Technically, phones, even a $200 phone, is gonna have real metal in it. The outer casing will be made out of metal compared to the outer casing being made out of plastic. But the $200 phone, the $1,000 phone, will still do the exact same shit. It's just a matter of different price. There we go. Finally got around to what I was trying to say here. So that's why when we're starting to get closer to the upper village, you know, it's the same color scheme. That hasn't changed. The only difference is that now we're using fancier blocks. Because we're getting fancy. light gray concrete looks like. Light gray concrete. It was pretty samey, I was thinking of. Huh? Oh. Me wondering why these blocks don't look that different. Me realizing they're the exact same shite. Ooh, this gray concrete though. I kind of like the gray concrete, because the gray concrete, let's be honest, if you ever laid concrete, this is what it looks like when it's still like wet, and this is what it looks like once it finally dries. And like the look of wet concrete always looks so good that the look of dry concrete is a bit of a disappointment. Assuming you guys have ever laid concrete before, that might just be me, because fun fact, I actually helped my father with the remodeling of his house. So, do you know some of like construction, but not much. But yeah, it's like that gray concrete looks so nice compared to the light gray. I don't know, wet concrete always looks better than like once it dries. Because once it dries, it always just looks like hot shit. And no matter what you do, you can't keep that like wet concrete look. It's always going to change over to the dry concrete look, and it's always going to look like it was my sanity I was thinking of. Oh. Sorry, Milan, I have to reread that because I was kind of going into a rant about concretes and building materials, and I am kind of slowly losing it. But then again, if you didn't slowly kind of lose it during quarantine, did you quarantine the right way? You know? Because I think if you properly did your quarantine, there should be some questions about your sanity. Because if you didn't do it the right way, then you're probably still sane. Which, by the way, speaking of quarantine, since we're somewhat approaching the... not the end of... well, technically we are approaching the end of quarantine because they're allowing some places to reopen, although with heavy restrictions. But we're somewhat almost getting back to, like, normality and whatnot. Hopefully, like, once people get back on the road, right, they learn to park their effing car the correct way, because, oh my gosh, you go into a parking lot, and it seems like every effort doesn't know how to park within the lines anymore. It's like, it is pissing me off. It's like, no, there's just lines. You know how to park. You've done this before. Don't use quarantine as an excuse to forget how to drive, you asshole. But yeah, I feel like things that are going to spike up after quarantine is like the amount of work that AAA is going to get from all those people with dead batteries, crushed springs, flat tires. Like, trust me, if AAA was a private business, I mean, if AAA was a business and that you can fund it, I'd be buying their stocks right now. Because the amount of work they're about to get is going to send them flying to the roof. I like that look. Because I was actually driving my car, right? And you know, my cars, I've been a good quarantine guy with the reduced hours and really not leaving my household because of switch working positions, working from home and whatnot. My car has crushed springs right now, or semi-crushed springs, because when I drive it, oh boy, it's not comfortable, and I put new springs on that just before quarantine happened. So I'm a bit disappointed, and I'm hoping that I can just drive that out, because if I have to replace my damn springs after I just placed them once, I'm gonna lose my damn mind. But those springs are starting to crush. If you don't know what I mean by crushed springs, is that a car has dampers and springs, and when your car just sits there and does not move for a while, those springs that are supposed to undulate going up and down, You have large parking spots compared to us. They're not that large, okay? A parking spot here in the US, depending on where you're at, it's just big enough for your car to be parked and your doors to be open and you to shimmy your way out. Although some jackasses still pretend like they can just go in there and do like a fucking Austin Powers their car into a parking spot. But it's like, it's amazing how many cars you just see that just do not park straight. Okay, and I wonder if I should leave it like that. Like, how should I cap this off? Because the thing is, there's no concrete stairs. But yeah, going back to like the AAA's, like AAA is gonna be like fucking busy. If they have stocks, I'd be buying those stocks because the amount of business they're about to get. Not to mention the car repairs. It's like you have all those abandoned cars out there. Well, not technically they're not abandoned. It's just like you're not allowed to drive them. So it's like, oh my word. Like spring sales is gonna be going up. Suspension is gonna be going up. And then if people were not like driving their cars and they let that gas sit in there, the thing about American gas is it's 10 to 15% ethanol. So if you let that sit in your tanker and you don't have a modern car like something that was made past that point, which I believe is 2005, that decision was made to put ethanol in gas always. That ethanol, if it's allowed to sit there, would not only destabilize your gas, but it can eat through your gas tank. So you might come back to your car, it doesn't turn on, and you're like, oh damn it, the batteries are dead. You go, you charge your battery, and you try to jump start it. It's like, what is that noise? Oh, you don't have an effing gas tank because that thing has holes in it. So there's also that, which I hope some of these dumbasses has been going out and like turning on their car every now and then to keep that from happening. But I'm pretty sure some people has let their cars just like straight up let their gas tanks set up the stalls. So that's gonna be fun. But other than that, blogs is a good idea. Now, what should nice blocks of iron, blocks of yeah, let's just grab the blocks of quartz, shall we? Alright. So in the lower village we use something like this, where you have grass on the sides, then we have the smooth stones, and then we have the grass path. But we're now building upwards, so I don't think we should be doing that anymore. We should be doing something fancier. So maybe it's up and away. Now there's something coming in 1.16 called Basalt that I kind of wish I had now because I would love to build with it. Also, there's Blackstone as well, which would also look nice because it would give me that nice road look. But it's like, what should we make the path for the upper village? Because there's that fancy stuff. Maybe the stone slabs, but yeah, we use stone slabs in the small. Maybe granite. Switch it up, use some granite. Spell granite correctly, that'd be nice. Polished granite. This looks like fossilized dirt. Prove me wrong. What about podzol? No, podzol looks straight up like bacteria. That just looks like somebody pooped and shit on the ground because they couldn't get to a bathroom in time. Let's not go that route. Maybe. Yeah, let's try sandstone, shall we? Something that's like super fancy sandstone. Maybe red sandstone instead of the granite? Or maybe sandstone's on the outer edges. Granite, like, towards the, like, middle. And then, like, just straight up blocks of quartz. Or let me check the concretes. Let me see. What concrete looking nice? kind of thinking, like, actually, we can just go from the course. We lose some viewers because you're just talking about stupid stuff. Oh well. Anyway, smooth courts. And just got an idea, sandstone, but we want this one. Maybe the cut. There we go. Alright, so what if we do this? Sandstone, smooth quartz, granite on the outside, or maybe a gradient like this. So towards the middle it looks a bit more cleaner, and then as you get outside a bit more dirtier. You know, now I look at granite, like polished granite, why the hell does it remind me of like ground beef just before you cook it and fry it? It's the only thing I don't like. It looks like that. And now I cannot get it out of my head. Alright, this can go on the outside. Or maybe wood paths. Wood path and then quartz like that. And then we put this on the outside. Yeah, there we go. Alright. That took forever, but hey, at least we have a path. And let's do that. For now. And for now. I'll top it off like this. Alright, so this is going to be the official pathing of the Upper Village. I mean, we haven't started the Upper Village lore yet, so don't worry. I'm still trying to figure out the lore of the Upper Village. The Lower Village, I think I have pinned down. With the lore of the Lower Village being that these are the refugees, they're the place villagers that was attacked and pillaged by the pillagers and illagers and vindicators and beasts and dick players. Because in this world, there are other players that exist. You just can't see them because they're all imaginary in my head. Because I'm forever alone. But ignoring that, you know. So these villagers that are down here in this village, they have been displaced and this is where they live. Huh? Your minimum parking spot is 25% made as long. Apparently, Automod has a problem with parking spots? What? Is that a new curse word? If I know like hip and young with the kids to not understand why parking spot is like being blocked by Automod. Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh, Autobot is so snowflakes that parking spot is blocked. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, Moed, I'm not laughing at you, but you gotta admit that is hilarious. Parking spot is actually blocked by Autobot. Like, whoa, Nelly, we think this is a bad world here. Oh my gosh. Is there a reason for that? Or is this Autobot that stupid? No, it can't be. Like, here's the thing, Mine. You've said parking spots before, and it was okay with that. But when you said it without the S on the end, did it blocked it? So I'm not sure why Autobot was like, yeah, we need to block this. Because I do have, like, a set of words that auto-block. I mean, Autobot is set to block, but I definitely don't have one of them being parking spot. That's why I don't get parking spot. It's like so random. Also, I think this road should curve in Like, it shouldn't be just a straight 90 like this. It should be a curved road. But making curves in Minecraft is a pain in the ass. Mm. Yeah. It's like, should I curve this? Or you know what? Instead of curves, right? Because we not curving shit. Got an idea. This requires so much more blocks. But I have an idea. Because I'm not gonna curve shit. You're not about that life. Okay? This is what mods are looking for. Yeah, but here's the thing, Ryan. If you're saying it's like pot or marijuana, how the hell would it let you go through actually putting pot in marijuana? Yet parking spot got blocked. That's like that one episode of like the South Park where it's like, uh, girl, did you just say the F word? What? He, no, he's talking about fuck. You can't say fuck. Why fuck no? Oh my gosh, memes back in the day. There was literally just a South Park. Like any South Park episode was just a meme later on. I guess that's true of like Family Guy and a lot of like Fox Entertainment at this point here, ignoring like things like American Dad. This is what mods are for. Minecraft mods for curves. The thing is, I don't want to mod this world because here's the thing: like when it comes to modded Minecraft, right? You always have to play on like some outdated version of Minecraft. You miss out on new features, new blocks, and then when you make a world, you have to make it with mods. The thing is, like this world here, if I want to take this save, put it on a public folder, I can because this is just vanilla Minecraft. So other people can come and play this world without issues. But if I start messing around with mods, then it's like, oh, if you want to play this world, you need to have mods, and that becomes a, BS. Like mods are fun for when you're just chilling, and the reason why I'm destroying all of that is because mistakes were made, and I realized that should not be like this, because this is going to be a sky bridge, obviously. I've kind of made a bit too long, but I need birch slabs to replace that, and I need quartz stairs to replace this. This granite can go bye-bye, I don't need that, so can this block of quartz that I just had. And I had the fucking, damn it, 404 mistake not found. Sure, whatever you say. Okay, I actually need you to go like that. Actually, and then I'm gonna cap it off here. Oh my gosh. I'm building in the air. And now we need a bit more birch. Gonna do that. And there we go. Damn it, damn it. And the reason why I'm not using commands for this is because if you use commands for slabs or stairs, it fucks up orientations because you cannot put in orientations with like the /fill command. You have to use /clone and make sure you're cloning the right thing. So it's like this type of stuff here I can't really use commands for. I have to just, do them the old-fashioned way, which is just placing blocks. I love how the course makes it look rounded somehow because of the way shadows and the coloring looks. But yeah, so we do that, and we're gonna need like a bordering edging here. I know what to do. Sandstone, and get rid of this. Let me grab some of these. Chisel sandstone, some sandstone stairs, cut slabs, and a bit more birch, some birch, and then end rods. So what we're gonna do is simple. This, that, that. Here, and actually, like that. Yep. And now, where will this go if I place it here? It looks a little too low. No, can I just do this? No. That doesn't work. Can you face the right way, like that? Let's level that and put that there, and now there we go. Kinda looks like it has a bit of a nose, not liking that. What's that? So now, on a certain portion of the bridge, we have these like light bars here, because they look a bit more fancy, and I think they're perfect for the upper village. Actually, it might be better if we do this instead. Like that. Yeah. SpongeBob meme. Yeah. There we go. And we need that every blocks, maybe every 2. So we do one without it. Continue this design. Chisel. Like that. And then, hold on, let me just see how many times I can repeat this. The thing is, I always forget to count when I make stuff. And that works. And then put those here, those there. And then we gotta remember, some of them will have stairs in the middle. Straight through like that. Oops. You accidentally pressed the wrong button. Now hopefully I don't accidentally press the button that makes my fucking screen goes inwards. And then how's this done? So these are facing inwards like this. Like that. Yeah, I think that works. And it will light up this bridge here, so we don't have to worry about creepy crawly spawning on it. I mean, technically they can just come down from there, but we're gonna pretend that they won't. I'm gonna have to put so much lights everywhere. Or, no, I can't use my Ulan or Manulan or my mycelium. I think it's called mycelium. The stuff that mushrooms grow on. Yeah, that's very descriptive. That's super descriptive. Alright, and then inwards. Damn it! Yeah. And like that, there we go. And it's just, damn it! The misclicks be real! Why do these misclicks be real, damn it? Yeah. So I think white birch and, so quartz, birch, and sandstone, or what would this be? Would we consider this a tan? Tan, white, tan is the color of the upper village. You know what? If I just do this, that doesn't look half bad. Yeah, I know how to spell it, but it's the difference between knowing how to spell something and knowing how to pronounce something. Mycelium. There we go. I think I might have said it right there, or I probably still effed it up. Who knows? But yeah, I like that look. And then we're going to build a floating platform here so we can go 90 degrees that way, because that's easier than curving a bridge. Oh man. Yeah, we might have made this way too far out. Yeah, I'm thinking about maybe I slice the bridge here, make a floating platform there, then curve it out. Yeah, yep. Let's slice the bridge. I think I made this too long. Damn it all to hell. Alright, what's the highest point? So the highest point is at y equals 103. Alright, so from here, negative 3752, 97, 546, 2, basically right here. Alright, and let's cut this bridge, shall we? Look at this. Ah, done messed up. Can you take the highway? I mean, technically, once the upper village gets built, every road is going to be the highway in the upper village. There we go, slice the bridge. Alright, that's done. Get lost. So we need to push this inwards here. And I'm going to need you to curve like that. Curve like that. And then I think I'm just using regular cut down here. Let's cut like so. That goes there. That goes there. And there. Highway to hell. I was about to, but then I decided not to. But you did it anyway, so I had to. But yeah, now that's done. Alright. Yeah, this looks like fancy, complex, looks nicer. Might need something underneath here about why it's floating. You know, it can be floating because it's attached to a floating platform, so let's go ahead. And nice lava feature. Now let's just make a floating platform, so let's grab some. Okay, so now then, floating platforms. Some say Lactus Lazuli does have magic in them. Maybe in stone, because everything in the end floats. some in-stone bricks, maybe? So, some in-stone bricks. I need some stairs, definitely. Gonna need some slabs to be on the safe side. And then purple. But the thing is, purple will bring in purple, and it's kind of not our thing here. Kinda wish there was marble. Why haven't they added marble yet to Minecraft? They've added literally everything else stone-wise, but it's like the one thing, marble is not here. Some chisels and some pillars would be nice. Snap the spine! Snap the spine! Ouch. Oh man. Ouch my spine. Bad posture, okay? Bad posture hurts. So we have those, the cords. And then let me see. And another brick stuff is way too dark, unfortunately. Love to use it, but it makes the upper villa seem like they're evil. Not like they're evil or anything. Nah, totally not. Alright, so in this case here, how big is that? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, damn it. 4, 5, 6. That's good. Actually, this is making it even 8. How are we gonna do this? Like that. Hold on. This is where we use the power of Google for a Minecraft circle guide template. So how do we work with a diameter of 6? And let's go to shine. Okay. Hmm? Yeah. Oh, okay. 16. 6. Oh, 18. Oop, I did not mean that. Yep. 20. How the heck do we do this? Is it 24? Nope, let's just go for 8. You know what? Screw a circle guide. We don't need it. We can make a circle, right? Yeah, I can make a circle. Famous last words. Alright, so how does one circle? Like that? Nope, maybe that's needed. Okay, I feel like I'm already effing this up here. That should just be 1, and that's where I'm messing up. So that should be 2. That should be 1. That should be 2. And there we go. 3, haven't messed this up. This should all just align perfectly without issues. I'm a flippin' genius. Look at that. Look at that. No guides needed. Totally knew what I was doing. Absolutely the entire time. So you guys, y'all was losing faith in me. Y'all thought I effed up, didn't ya? That I didn't know how to make circles in Minecraft. But nah, I know how to make circles in Minecraft. Which, by the way, the easiest way to actually make a circle in Minecraft is to open up MS Paint. Although, rest in peace, MS Paint, because that no longer exists. Forget what's the new thing that replaced it. Is it just photo or is it like 3D printer or some BS like that? Because Microsoft over here be destroying what's a good thing, you know? It's like, and it's not replacing them with good things either. The new Windows 10 video editor compared to like Windows Movie Maker sucks the definition of hot ass. It really does. I'm not sure if you guys tried. I highly recommend against it, but it really does suck the definition of hot ass. And we do this. Oh boy, I think I'm coming down with eye fatigue. You know that they say that looking at a monitor is bad for your eyes because it's like basically you're absorbing too much blue light, and that really pisses off your eye sockets. I think that's happening to my eyes right now because they're kind of hurting a little bit. Anybody else has that where you can't stare at a monitor for too long? Or am I just imagining that? There we go. Might have made that too big. Oh boy. And now, I actually need to do that on the underside here. Oh, this is going to be fun. Oh boy. I don't need to move in elevation. I just need to move my characters and the camera, which for some reason is making me move my head in real life. This is actually slightly hurting my eyes a bit. And I don't know why. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy, I'm actually getting slightly dizzy from this. If this is making me dizzy, I worry what VR is going to do once they finally hop into the Matrix. Which, speaking of the Matrix, apparently Matrix 4 is about to be released. Or so I've heard. Which, my word, what is there left at this point here? Because I'm pretty sure the trilogy was a complete story. But then again, it might be just like an in-the-universe thing. And not just like a continuation of the story. Like the Men in Black's International was. It's like, it's not a continuation of the story, it's just in the same universe as the story that you're familiar with. Oh boy. This is very hard to build. Oh boy, looking up and trying to control your perspective is like so difficult. Okay, let's never do that again. I think what I'm gonna do is put like a mixture of like dirt blocks and glowstones to make it seem like that's why it's floating. Or maybe magma blocks and glowstones? How would that look? Like a bit of dirt, stones, some magma blocks mixed in. Hold on. Wow, that typo. that typo though. Stone, dirt. Oh right, I forgot coarse dirt is a thing. Does coarse dirt obey the law of gravity? No. I completely forgot coarse dirt is a thing. Which, how did the hell do you tell coarse dirt away from regular dirt? Like, here's regular dirt. It's slightly more brown. Wow. Well, that's useful to know. We need magma. What I'm thinking is just a layer stone. So, which I am definitely gonna have to clone this. What I can do is after I fill this in, I can just use the fill tool, create a giant block underneath it, and then chip away at that block. Welcome back, Sir Daddy. And then I chip away at that block, so that way I don't have to individually place all these blocks again. Alright, now, yeah, that's fine, I can get blocked there anyway. Alright. Fill this up. Okay, that's filled out. And now, I seriously forgot how fun Minecraft was. Oh, I am patiently waiting the Nether update, because new survival series coming out when that drops. Ooh, spoilers. Oh my gosh. Also, it just has a ton of blocks that I kind of want for this world as well. Okay, is that the furthest for that? Yep, is that the furthest for that? Yep, so here's 1 point. Here, opposite corners, right here. And, yep. And how far down? Let's say about some. Wait, can I join you sometimes on a new Nether update? I am not sure am I gonna do servers or not, because I know how to make servers, but it's like, not sure if I'm gonna go that route there. So sorry, that might just have to be solo there, Daddy. The pipes, they be calling, Danny boy. And how far down do you want to go? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's make it 5. Sorry, had to snap the spine. Bad posture. Just regular stuff. Alright, so now we have that. We can chip this away and form like a spike. Basically just, you know, clear that away. Might have to do that a few times. Oh, shoot. Probably should have did a little bit less than I did here. So, yeah, I'm working on a pathway to get to a lighthouse, but I'm also working on what's going to be the future design aesthetic of the upper village, because the lower village is practically done. The only thing that's left are walls and this lighthouse, and once I build the lighthouse, that's it for the lower village. We're going to be moving on to the upper village. So now I'm trying to figure out, you know, the blocks I use for the upper village, the aesthetics, because it's going to be, well, some of it's going to be floating. Well, some of the villages are going to be on suspension bridges and suspension archways and stuff. Some of that village is also going to be floating in the air. So I'm kind of making platforms that will serve as like floating platforms. And I just need to get the design down now so I know what to replicate in the future. You know? So that's what this is about. Just getting ready for the upper villagers. And the upper village itself. Because we've done... Yeah, the upper villager with a missile silos. Nah, I'm tired of these lower villagers. Nah, nuke these bitches. Nah, fuck them. Upper village for life, motherfucker. I don't think we want that. That seems like a very bad thing for the upper villagers to have. Just like a nuclear missile silo just to wipe out the lower villages. When they get tired of the lower world, they'll just go and wipe it out. Upper village superiority. Yeah. So we start shopping the pitfalls. Oh, and you in the civil war between the upper and lower village. Like, oh my gosh. I mean, here's the thing. Technically, there is no pitchforks in Minecraft. The only farming tool we ever got in was the hoe. Alright. And... Shit. Oh my gosh. Now I regret making this 5 blocks deep. I should have gone on 3 blocks. Some mistakes were made. Some mistakes were definitely made. Also, Milan, you have yet to submit a street name. I kind of remember telling you last time, I need a street name for when I start eventually naming these streets down here. We have Great Dew Road, but we don't have many. And we need more. Because the lower villages does have streets. Oh, F, I forgot. We just tried this instead. I mean, technically you're not wrong. A pitchfork is just a trident. Add water. I mean, minus the water. So technically, you're not wrong. But I think if we are interested in using tridents, that probably would be... Well, no, actually, lower villager would have easier times getting to the seas and the oceans since they live in the lower world. Interesting idea. Okay, how are we doing? Are we finally chipped away all the access? Oh, there's still access. Alright, and just gonna keep chipping this away until the stone matches the rest, and oops. Nearly went a little bit overboard there. Okay, we're getting there, This can go. Oh boy. I really hope I don't F up the cloning tool. Because I'm not rebuilding this. Minecraft should make farming more hard. It would be fun then. Farming is just fine, okay? Like, the thing is, people forget is that Minecraft is a game about exploration. You are supposed to go out and explore the world despite the fact that, like, you know, everything you build is stationary. Ah, damn it. Did I miss a block or did I fuck myself over and hit a block by accident? I hope, checking, make sure we're all good. We're good. You know, it's a game of exploration because you do have things like the woodland mansions, you have the underwater monuments, you have the strongholds, you have the jungle temples, you have the desert pyramids, the igloos, the bamboo forces. Like, you do have all of that to explore, not to mention these villages that pops up, like this one that I found hidden in the mountain, and then I've excavated, and in fact, now that I think about it, the old man on the hill, that's what I'm calling this guy here, this is the only house in this village that I didn't wipe and rebuilt from the ground up. I just modified it a bit. Every other house down here, well, their housing did not meet my standards. But, like Danny, everybody wants a cave update. And yet, my Mojim just keeps sleeping on that cave update. I got all these blocks that I don't really need right now. Actually, I can put away the stone. I'm done with that. I ain't gonna need this dirt and this magma. I'm also gonna need a bow. And some good old-fashioned TNT. Dynamite. Slash enchant flame. Alright, so now this, you know, that's gonna make it look a bit more natural, just like TNT. Ah, shite. You know, magma block should set off TNT. So not a cave spider. Cave spiders, okay? F them cave spiders. Gosh darn it. I'm not just saying that because I might have done like a hardcore world at one point and died from damn cave spiders. That wouldn't leave me the F alone. But F cave spiders. Alright. How are we doing? I need a bit more destruction because it looks a little bit too uniform. That's the one thing about like TNTs. His blasters always look a bit too uniform when you're trying to use it to blow shit up in order to make things look jagged. They should make wireless redstone. I'm gonna do that. Well, Mojang has definitely copied a lot of mods. Like the piston mod, more creatures, more biomes. I think they only copy the ones that don't just, like, you know, add technology. It's more like they copy the magical mods, ignoring pistons. Like, anything that's, like, slightly magical and medieval, that's what's more likely to make it into Minecraft in terms of mods. So I doubt we'll ever see the wireless redstone. At most, we'll probably see like tin and like copper finally being added with like a cave update or a cave. I know they wouldn't, but I would kind of like if there was mole peoples in Minecraft. Like, you go into a cave and there's a random thing you're finding like an underground village, but instead of villagers, you get mole people. You know what I mean? I haven't blown up this upper platform at all, no. Alright, so let's keep this. Making this a bit more jaggy. Alright, and... I haven't blown through it, did I? Nope, nope. As long as we haven't blown through, then we're fine. We're fine. Okay, that one looks like it did. Nah. Okay, so we are seeing a little bit of the ground here. So that was a very dangerous close explosion. I think what we're going to do is like some shaping of the land. Like anywhere that the explosion didn't go, we're going to shape the land a bit. Have it come more inwards. So now it looks more like a jagged rock that got pulled from the ground a bit. Wait, when is Minecraft set? So Minecraft officially does not have a time date, but there's many lore to believe that it's a post-apocalyptic world. Some say it's like an alternative future because it has like many medieval settings and it seems to be magic. But there's also things like redstone and record players. So yeah, if you're looking for a timeline, you're not gonna get one. Because there isn't one. Just gonna go ahead and haphazardly place some. What the F was that sound? Destroy some of this, knock it back a bit. Put some more magma blocks. Nope, not there. We don't want any blocks to be where the stairs are like. So I can put glowstone as well. Oops. Okay, that was a bit of lag spikes on the single player worlds. Why is there lag spikes on a single player world? That kind of makes little to no sense. Actually, nope, not there. Why is there a magma block? It's like 10 meters into the ground. Woohoo. The magic of the magma blocks. So the magma blocks, while adding a mild glow, dumb themselves on the texture pack that I like to use for this. Looks way different. It kind of looks like stone that's like glowing with like a red light. So that's why the magma blocks are there. I'm trying to create like an aesthetic about what's making this island float. It's supposed to look like slightly mystical. Like there's some magic afoot here. Just kind of give the island its ability to just like, be separated from lines. So I'm using anything that has like a slight glow to it, as well as make sure like dirt and earth that got pulled up. Maybe not that. Add floaters. Sure, let's add bloody floaters that don't exist. Blocks. I want a mixture of glowing and non-glowing, but something that looks mystical. Check it out, blocks. Wait, do redstones give off light? Like redstone blocks? Because I know redstone itself and redstone. Hold on, this will work because it's a nice dark area. No, that does not give off light. Damn it. Like, I know mushrooms do. Which, by the way, is it ever explained to why mushrooms have a very small light level. Okay, never mind. Or maybe it's red mushrooms, but that might be Java. What blocks give off a small amount of light? Tools, miscellaneous. Technically, the conduit does. Oh my gosh, I just got an idea. So what if hear me out here. So we have all of this stuff. The glowstones, the magmas, the blocks. But what if inside here, that clearly visible from the outside, there was like a conduit. And the conduit basically has ripped this thing off the ground. Which is why some of these blocks are glowing, just because the extreme amount of friction that would generate from separating massive amount of earth would cause massive amount of heat. Which is why lava actually forms in the first place, due to tectonic plate shifting. But what if, inside here, see that, but anyway, what if inside here, let's grab some prismarine. Let's totally mess up the spelling of prismarine. Let's use that, sea lanterns, that, conduit, that, and what type of glass should we use to hold the water? And light blue can work. Alright, so let's put this here. That goes there, there. Yeah, it's fine, this is all eternal. Oh wait, not this layer. It's the layer above it. Oops. Oh, this is not low enough. Okay, need to drop this. That's fine. That's fine. Live and learn. Live and learn. One off center. Go to oblivion. Oh, that can go there. Now that has to be a full ring, I know that. I build enough conduits to know that. There we go, so that's a proper multi-block structure for the conduits. And we're going to put some glass in here so we don't have this water flowing out. Let me out. Yeah, that's fine. You won't see inside here. Shush, you're not seeing me being lazy. I would never do that. Nah. If you do that, get ourselves trapped. Or get myself trapped. That, and gosh, flicking. Darn it. And now this should be good to go. We just need water. Oh, this water is green and disgusting. There we go. I mean, it's green disgusting water, but that works. And now let's exit there. Gold. Hey, not gold. Lapis. Guess lapis is slightly magical, or some believe. Damn, I hate when you break the wrong damn block. Alright. Damn it. There we go. Alright. So that thing's floating thanks to that structure right there. And I know it's off center, don't give a damn. Because I am done with that underground. Ow. Snap the spine! And now, it's actually a good thing we made this so large. Because by this being large, snapping the spine hurts. What we can do is... Yeah, did I F up? No, right there. Some pillars. Go the right way. Thank you. We're not got like sideways pillars here. And I can have chisel, right? Yep, I do. Now the problem is it's half submerged in the ground. So this one here. And for chisel it doesn't matter, right? Oh boy, this is gonna suck ass when I have to clone this. Okay, like that. Right? Yes, no, it's 1/2 and then 2. So technically has to be 3. Like so. And what should we do the roof out of? Should we do the purple roof? Nah, no. Birch! We already talked about this. Already talked about this. So now what I'm gonna do is here. Go ahead and go around it like this. So. Hold on. I think I got an idea here. I don't want to do the same roof over and over again. We need variations. We need some form of differentiality. Alright. And do this inside here. Get up here. Alright, so we do this weird mixture of like slabs and stairs. I honestly don't know how this is going to look. Why am I filling in the middle? Never fill in the middle when you don't have to. Well, I fucked that up. There we go. It's going to look weird. But the thing is, once you start messing around with flotation, when does anything ever looks normal? I know that looks weird from underneath here. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna need one of you to pin. Thank you. And then... And how's that look? It's a very interesting roof, to say the least. Very weird looking. But it captures the essence of I don't know what I'm doing. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me put some loot in it. That gap is looking slightly nice, but I'm not sure. Nah. Oh no. We can do this. Let's extend this one more outwards like this. Looks like it's too far out. Okay, and that's, of course that's a solid block. Okay, and then if we grab... How are we gonna do this? So if I put one there, skip one... Or, I know what to do. Use this. Excuse me. That. And we do this. There. No. You go down like one. So one out like that. Right. That has to just be a solid block. So make this be an end block. And oh, we finally have some form of light. Why am I getting weird noises standing here? It's because I use the end stone. Is it looking at the fact that end stone exists, and it's giving me weird noises? Like, ooh, you don't know what type of ancient evil you're messing with. Here's some creepy noise to freak you out. Ooh. I swear, sometime, Minecraft, you take yourself too seriously. Stop it. Stop. Damn. There. No, this way. There you go. And not only is it lit in here, lit, lantern. Alright, yeah, the conduit makes breathing noises. I kind of wish these were soul fire lanterns because I think the blue light eliminating off of them would be working much better than the warm light eliminating off of these lanterns here. But yeah, there we go. So now we have this structure in place here. And if I wanted to go one further, you don't need any of these blocks here. The mycelium. So how will this look? Because technically this structure is not exposed to the air. It's 100% covered. I can do this. I'm not feeling that. Let's pretend that that wasn't even a thing that I even tried. And let's just use regular grass instead. Because what I'm thinking of, right, is we have the road here, which I should really push this back by one. Not think about it. Oops. There it goes. So if I just do this. Yes! That and that. There we go. Much better. So now, what we can do is just make our life easier to mark out where the. Dang it! Oh, you better. Okay. Alright. And now, where is the center of this one? So it's 6 blades, so ignoring that, we should be starting from here. So that's just so I can have a guide, so I can do this. Actually, you still want that. All these blocks that I can remove. Oh, right, the green is much darker in this area because definitely we're above a swamp biome. And now we take this away because we no longer need that. That was just a helpful guide. So now we're going to leave the instones and metals, so leave a 2 gap and break on the other side like this. Like this. And now that. Or what I can do is drop the instone a level. Like this instead. Now there's unfortunately no dirt slabs. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I am definitely going to be cloning this thing multiple times over. So I'm trying to make it look as asymmetric, I mean not asymmetric, symmetrical as possible. Even though technically the conduit is not in the dead center of the unit. There we go. we have like grass path in all directions. We have a really cool looking light system. I think I can't even do this here in the center. I can go ahead and drop this one more down. Oh, I know what to do. Get rid of all that. Some water. And lily pads. So that way, oh, you can put lily pads on a. I can. Nice. And then we're gonna need flowers. What type of flowers? And how about big ones like rose bushes and the lilacs? So a rose bush here and here. And lilacs. Space. That. And then maybe sunflowers. Sunflowers. And why the hell not? At least. So we can do here, here. So that way it matches that bank we have. Yes, the Bank of the Upper Village that's down there in the lower market. Okay, how does that look? So we have this very nice structure here. Then we have this here, which I feel like should be a bit more spiky. I love the Clearview conduit, but I just feel like this needs to be a little bit more spiky. Like so, and then dirt around that, and a little bit of stone around that. So, and maybe some moss. And of course dirt, never hurt. Stone, and one more thing of glowstone. And a little more coarse dirt. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. There we go. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have fun when I fuck up cloning that. I'm gonna have so much fun when I mess up the cloning of that. Oh boy. Now. Oh, and this pattern. I mean, no, I don't need that. Need that. So, yeah, that's a good way of ending it. It starts abruptly, it ends abruptly. There you go. I feel like there should be an under. Yeah, let's make an under. So let's grab this, and this. Why are you over there? I'll flip that. Locking in, maybe? stairs going like this. Now that's convenient. This here. There we go, and then maybe something underneath this. Let's do this. Oh boy. Orientation. They like that. Dang it. You destroyed a completely unrelated block and you're just like, how did I manage that? Is that a 2 block wide gap? It is. So we just go ahead, grab one of these, fix a hole in the bridge. How does that happen? There we go. No. No. There we go, Minecraft. There we go. And conveniently, that works. No. No. There we go. All right. Yeah, it works. That works fine. Okay, it says we know the design. I can go to Oblivion. We need that since we now add it as part of the structure. So now we know there's like locks at the bottoms and locks at the top as well. We can just do this. Do we do it like that or keep it how we had it? And it goes all the way out to the edge. Alright. Simple. No, it's not. Why do I do this? Why do I do this? The intricate designs look nice, but they always come back to bite you in the ass a few seconds later. This. And how can I forget to cut sandstone that we actually need to make the bridge out of? That's what the actual bridge is made out of. Ouch. Snap the spine. Oh, it sucks as we roofed that thing. We probably shouldn't have roofed it. No, that's fine. We can clear a roof off a building easy. And try to remember our pattern here is 3 wide. So we want to work with odd numbers that multiple 3s. So that's 3, that's 6. Let's make this bridge 9 out, shall we? So now that's 9. In fact, let's do 12. Okay, there we go. So now this bridge is 12 out. Now, this. Oh boy, probably didn't do that to Wisest. And do that. it's supposed to be blank there. That's fine. I kind of want to make it 15 just so we have that. Alright, let's make it 15. 3. Okay, there we go. Skipping in between just 2. Yep, just 2. So 1, 2, place, 1, 2, place, 1, 2, place, 1, 2. Alright, and then place one there, there. Yeah. Better way of building. That way there's not too much like, you know, changing orientations like crazy. Slab, slab, nothing, slab, 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 nothing, slab, 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 stairs, stairs, stairs. Yep, and those were inwards like that. Ouch. Needs a stretch. Bad posture hurts, okay? So I really don't need the end stair right now. That's later on. I know this goes up 1, 2. Alright. Now, come on, game. Why do you do this? It's fine. And what? Slabs. Yep. I was supposed to terminate that at the end. So this needs to go bye-bye. There and there. Alright, and I know this was cut. Rods unfortunately can go upside down. There we go. Oh wait, we have to do the lower part. Dang it! Alright, and the lower parts, I remember we start this on a block. And then a stair, skip 1. Nope. Let's skip 2. 1, 2, stair, 1, 2, stair, 1, 2, stair, 1, 2, stair. Alright, and do this. Skip 1 stair, skip 1 stair, skip 1 stair. Alright, I messed up. There we go. And now we put these in. And now, like so. And then, because we have that done, we can use it as a template to know that's supposed to go there. 1, 2, block, 1, 2, block. There. No. Alright. And do this. Alright, and that was supposed to be like that. Okay. Nasty bridge. We're gonna have so much fun copying this. Just so much fun. Absolute fun. Now I just need you and you. Alright. So the pattern is we go like this. No. And we only go down until like we have half a block out. So basically like this. Yep. And then Enrod, Enrod. So now downwards we go. Oh boy. I don't need world lag. This is a single player world game. Stop that. There we go. We might run into some issues once we build a platform here, but we'll worry about that later. Alright, since we know the pattern, we can just copy it on the other side. On the other side. Ah, it invaded. Such good music, such good anime. Alright. So now that is awaiting a structure similar to this one to appear on that end. Oh boy. And now the favorite part of every stream. You know, instead of copying that, which would be something of a pain in the ass, because it will be a pain in the ass. Like, how do I want to do this? The thing about this is that technically I can make like a smaller ring inside of it and copy it upwards. And what the F? Get out of there, you. You're not supposed to be in there. There's no flower in there, silly. Oh wait, that's a good idea. There we go. Oh boy. There we go. Also, why are these salmons here? I don't know what they're doing, but anyway. Yeet! perfect, flawless. It looks kind of bad though. Oh, looks kind of bad though. Nothing like messing up the pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You find your screw ups and then you realize where you screwed up. There we go. Now that's correct. And now we want to ring this on the outside. Oh boy. Stairs. I'm not sure what it is about like in stone, but it's like I like the looks of it, but it's like tripping my eyes out. I don't know. It's hard to describe. I love how I placed it the right way. Then it was like, nah. Can you place this? Nope. Alright. This is how it's gonna have to look. It doesn't look right like that, so we're just gonna leave it like that. There we go. And now let's go ahead and stone this all off. Oh, that's done. Ah, shite. Do that. Get back here. cap lock on. Yep. So now if I do that. Yeah. So now we only have to still need visual blocks. So corner. I don't want to do what I did over there. That was a pain in the ass to do. So what I'm thinking is so. Just randomly dot these around. So and these really should be different links now I think about them. And then run right here. There. Boom. So that way it looks like there's stalagmites and spikes just coming out of the ground. There we go. And now, so there's glowstone here. And so it's like little places like this. fill it in a bit more. But come back to that later. I can do that off stream, worry about the underside about something. As of right now, let's actually build something out, shall we? So, what am I doing? Let's get some grass, and let's make a tower, shall we? Now, let's bring the concretes. Because we already established that technically this lighthouse exists because of the grace of the upper village. And the upper village is all about that concrete. And birch. Oh, then now I think about which stairs to use here. Quartz. I'm not gonna need the quartz just yet. Goodbye. Alright, so let's build this up. One, two, three, four. Dots, dots. 4 dots. 4 dots. How did I app this up? From there. Okay, let's not add this up again, shall we? That there. That there. Okay. Yeah, there we go. I want these to be 5 high, right? 3, 4. Kind of look like portal frames. Okay, good. Oh my gosh. Why am I getting lag? Is that like the famous Minecraft lag you get if you place too many blocks in a one small area? But I know, like, you eventually start generating lags if you just go a bit ham. It's like, man, this is ridiculous. I'm in a single player war. War? Yeah, war. I'm in the single player world. Not to mention, I have like 6 cores and 12 threads to render this game. And all of its physics. I shouldn't be dealing with this. I definitely shouldn't be dealing with any type of lags. Get rid of those. And I instantly regret the decision of everything being at the eye level. Yeah, let's lower the floor. Mistakes were made almost instantaneously. spiral stair is going to be amazing in here. Yeah, lower the floor for a little bit. And now, in fact, what I'm thinking is, I actually don't like the look of birch logs that much. Well, some acacia. How's that looking? Pretty sweet, not gonna lie. What I should have done is instead of doing that, get rid of all that. Fly, you fool, fly! Damn it. Problem is, sometimes you just need to place so many blocks until you realize I'm not like the way that looks. Just not liking the way the acacia's looking, actually. What about spruce? In fact, yeah, use some spruce down there. Yeah, that looks nicer. That indeedy looks nicer. Yeah, that looks nicer. I like that. That's staying. That is indeed staying. And you know what? To break that up, we use fences, right? We use fences. What type of fence did we use? Might have also been spruce, but let me check real quick. I'm saying we. I'm the one building again. We didn't use fences. Yeah, they use some acacia. No, we use fences, but we use oak. We use oak fences. Alright. Whoosh. Yeah, oops, no, not that. This. And so, let's go ahead and break this up a little bit, shall we? Or maybe we should just use the nether brick fences. At the top and the bottom. No, that'd be too much wood. What can we use tops and the bottom. Just throw another brick. I forgot that red nether brick was added to Minecraft some time ago. Cannot. Alright, let's try regular nether brick. No, that one's slightly better. Kinda like that better. We need lights, actually. Hold on. Let me get over that. Other way around. Yep. And fill this in. Okay. And then, I'm not using this, so let's grab a lantern. Lantern? Or, no. No, not doing that. Fact. Instantaneous regret. Because I know how we're gonna light this place up. Okay, so what we need are nope, that won't work. It has to be a block of some type. There, or just a straight up just a block. I am dropping some frames in game. Why am I dropping frames in game? Just put a neat one of these here. Not sure why we are using nether for the upper village, but I like the way it looks though. I can dig it. I can dig it. There. Okay, so it gives light to the outside, it gives us appearance on the outside. That's all good as far as I'm concerned. The windows we'll figure out later what to do with the windows. But as right now, and just like before, we're going to go ahead and input the pattern. We're going to go up 5. do a second layer of this building. I still wanted to have just the two windows, but why does it feel like it's somehow bigger in here than it is out there on the outside? I think I have an idea. This may or may not look good, but if I just do this, right? That looking. Okay. That's looking snazzy. And in fact, what I can do is just do this. That comes to there. Push. Oh boy, there's always somebody speeding. Like, holy crap, why do people do that? There's no reason to speed. You can run and make it to your destination just as fast. I mean, run. Don't run. I mean, don't speed, people. Okay? It doesn't actually make you get anywhere faster just by driving like a lunatic and endangering everybody else on the road. Just because you just want to, like, floor it for some unknown reason. And for some reason, like, during quarantine, for some reason, because there's not that many people on the road, people have been using this as an excuse to drive at reckless speed or with reckless abandonment. I don't like the idea of... There we go. Kind of like that better. Yeah, I like that. That looks nice. Right, and oh my gosh. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna leave it like that. Ouch. Now Slight problem. What do I do about this situation here? What I'm thinking about doing is, hold on. Doing that, which means I can probably go ahead and clean this one up. So, so this has a very fanciful design. What am I doing? That should kind of be open on the bottom. Like that. Actually, it's 1 2 pi. Like that. So that way it matches. And then oh wait, oh that was right. It has to be that long. Because I'm about to do this. And then the bottom of the frame is yes. It's like some weird modern art interpretation of what a lighthouse should be. It doesn't look bad, but we need to finish this. And by we, I mean me, because once again, I'm the one doing all the building. You guys are just watching me build and fail. Just wanna stand there and watch me build. But that's okay because I'm recording this for the interwebs. Oh boy, I messed that up. Alright, let's pretend that I never tried singing that. And carry on with our lives. Our day to day, how have you been? What is life? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more. Okay, stop singing. See, this is what happens when quarantine starts to set in. You go insane, you start singing for no reason. You're like, why? It's like, when this is over, right, and people can just go back to like a normal life, how many people are gonna have to take psychiatric evaluations to make sure they haven't gone like insane during quarantine? It's like, we'll give you a job, but we need you to pass this psych test first to make sure that the worst type of fever, cabin fever, didn't set in. It's like, dang it, I was so close. Because you know there's going to be some people with cabin fever after this. Especially if you've been doing it the right way. Like, you should be mildly twitchy at the end of quarantine if you quarantine correctly. And if you're not, you failed your quarantine. And do this. Oops. That way we have lights here. Yes. I'm not going to build a layer here, so might as well have lights here as well. We get fancy now. Alright, and this is the top layer, so I can continue this wood upwards. start roofing this thing. I said roofing. Okay? As in to put on a roof, not something else. Gosh darn it. Get your minds out of the gutter. Go. Ouch. 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 Sorry guys, I just had to stretch there. And stretching be painful sometimes. Alright, and I think we should just do one up here, here, and here. Quartz roof. Yep, doing it. Alright, and now that's all done. And just gonna go ahead and fly in here. That looks good. Now, I got a lot of this stuff that I don't need anymore. And let's get some quartz. I'm probably gonna need quartz slabs now I think about it. Quartz slabs. Good. So what I'm gonna do is this. So oh, crap. I don't think quartz has pillars. No, quartz does not have pillars over walls. So my quartz roof is... No, I can use birch. Birch will be fine. A very strange and modern interpretation of what a quartz roof should look like. 2 and 3. Wood, thank you. Not there. Alright. So now do that again. This is gonna look a bit weird. But hey, the upper village, you know, maybe they do have like a screw loose a bit. They're high in the air, so it's probably just altitude madness setting in from just being high above the ground. You go a little bit loopy when you're too high above sea level, you know? So the upper village is going to have some very interesting architect. Like so. And then what we want to do is go ahead and just quartz that off. Actually, leave that open. No, in fact, let me go ahead and close that. Damn it, that's not what I meant to do. Actually, let me make it like this. Yeah, it actually looks better. So, yeah, that works. I don't know why, but I'm liking the looks. Now, you can actually place upside down. That'd be nice. There we go. There we go. The outline of quartz always looks like you're drawing like some type of cartoon drawing, you know? There we go. That, oh my gosh, I like how that looks. And now, before we go too much further in, we can get rid of all that. We're gonna need observer blocks and redstone and maybe a sticky piston and a daylight sensor. Alright, I've shown this trick a million times. You already know what we're about to do here. Don't pretend you didn't see this coming. You all knew what this was gonna be. Alright. Now. Okay. Okay, actually one more, and there we go. And now, so that should be going in a pattern. How's that look? Yes! That looks good, and I do believe this is 2 charge here. Yep. Oh, that was good. That's good. And now we actually want to make this 2 higher, I believe. So what I'm going to need is for one of these blocks to be pulled by a piston. Yep, we can put that piston there. We can put this here. Oops. There we go. So that should be all off. And then, holy crap, let me fly. And now if I change it to nighttime, /time slash, oh, okay, good. It was turning dark enough to trigger the event. And let me just make sure time set. Yeah. Okay. And yep, that's good. And now we want to do the same, but we want to do the opposite of it. So now, actually, hold on. So, oops. Go. There we go. Alright. Yeah, that's fine. And now we want to make sure the pattern is exactly the same as the bottom. So let's do time set midnight. Okay, so it's going that way. Which way the observers are facing. So basically, if I place them facing this way. So there we go. They're not sync. So let's just try that. Alright, let's wait for it. 3, 2, 1. Damn it. We almost had them sink. Oh, wait, we don't have to sink them. Because luckily, with the power of redstone, the world can sink them for us. So now, time, set, noon. It's daytime, it pulls both those pistons out, it stops the effect, and then time, set, midnight. Damn you, world. Damn you to hell. Time set day. I was kind of helping, like, the world pulling these two would sink them. But nope. Oh well, that was a plan that was easily foiled. Alright, now we can just hide this. Pretend it doesn't exist. If my blocks would displace where I put them, that would be oh so nice. There we go. And then, on this level here, what we're going to do is this. Because the way this design works is technically it goes in to out and then in. The time is this is quartz around the blocks. Very interesting roof design. And I don't need anybody judging me on how I made this roof. We're just not going to talk about it, that's all. Like I said, the upper villagers are a bit loopy. They've been up here in the sky for so long. Just fill that in with glass, so let me get some glass. Because that'll still work at night. Right? Time slash night. There we go. Yep, that still works at night. So you got the lighthouse with the spinning light. Or should I delete it, make it just 2 instead? Also, the one on the top is way smoother and faster than the one on the bottom. You guys seeing this? Oh, look at the top animation. Nice and smooth, while the one on the bottom is much faster. Who knows? Also, this is a very interesting structure, but I like it for some reason. Don't know why. And let's go ahead and cover this. You don't need to see the gutty works, right? Right. Okay, what's with these sci-fi noises? Is it because I'm messing around with redstone? And then let's get some glass. Oh boy. Nope, shite. That way some light can spill downwards. And now, stair pattern. We put it off as long as possible, but I have to figure out how stairs works in here. No. The problem is this area is very small. So unless we do a nice old big old stair like this. Those cords didn't spin. Stair here is, and that's the cords. That does not work. Very interesting design. Yeah, but then it's too close to glass. Let me see. What's a stair pattern that would work here? Which, by the way, I'm just gonna use regular glass for this. Don't need to be fancy. Just nice clear glass. Alright, and we need to go up there somehow. Hold on, can I even climb this? So far I can climb it. Now there's shields. It seems to stretch in strength at its convenience. Do you kind of want to stare like that? I'm kind of feeling the vibe of this being like a wacky staircase to climb. Why does the spirit exist like this, and why is it so crazy? Like, look at that. That's not even a perfect spiral down. I like it. That's staying. Okay. That is 100% staying as is. It's way too silly not to have it. Like I said, these filters, they've been up in the cloud for so long, they've gone a little bit loopies. Like, even their stair design reflects that, and I just realized, it's time to actually end the stream here. Oh boy. I've been streaming for a while now. So let's go ahead and finish this up. So this. And there we go. And there we go, lighthouse. Alright, time/midnight. Let that sun to stay down. Alright guys, as we decide, go ahead and wind down the stream for today, because it has been a long stream, but at the end of the day, we've done good things. Now of course we're going to go ahead, do this proper. I'm gonna go ahead and stretch the spine. Just stretch it out, that's fine. Ooh. When texture pack finally loads, that would be nice. And then, it's not just about the textures, but also about the shaders. Stretching the spine a bit. Alrighty, people. Alright, as we go ahead and wind down the stream in our usual fashion of turning on that Dokugráf High. Oh, that looks amazing. I love that. Those are giant holes I should have filled in. Hold on. You know, we're gonna pretend that that was done right in the first place. Although, I'm not sure how I feel about Dokugráf's and building of the glass. Okay, I'm gonna eat that off, and then, you know, in fact, to make sure we smooth out some movements here, let's get that center of the pan. Oh my gosh, nope, we're taking that off. I don't have enough frames for that to work. But yeah, people. Let's go ahead, load the village, take a flyby. Eventually, this village will like to load and acknowledge that it exists. You know? Alright. But it goes without saying, with that build complete and we now having a functional lighthouse in the village. Oh, that looks good in the distance with the depth of field, the glowing lights. It has like a slightly mystical tone about it. And you know what? Let's make this atmosphere as high hell. Let's invite the rain, shall we? Alright people, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream there with a nice atmosphere and look at the village, because so far, the lower village is looking dang sweet. Okay? We got the animal farms, we got the housing, we got apartments, we got lower housing, we got the park there, we filled the space with trees and flowers and plants, which are looking sweet by the way. We have a really kick-ass looking wall going on here. We all pretty much know next game we're going to have to build the wall there. And by some miracle, clone it over here. You know, I am notorious for me and how my clone tool works. But, yeah. So there's that. We have the vegetable farm over here. Or vegan farms, plant farms, whatever you want to call it. We got the bees here. Got the trees. And finally, the old man on the hill. Alright, because this is so high up, then in some cases you're getting rain, in some cases you're just getting straight snow. Actually, snow is just falling here. Specifically here. Even though it's raining here. You know what? We're not gonna question it, okay? These weather patterns. But yeah, we got the old man on the hill. And finally, we have the first. Oh my gosh. This with the snow. Unfortunately, it's like half and half. I think some of it is height slash biome, which I don't like. I think because this is like a swamp biome, it's going where you can't snow in a swamp biome. It has to be rain. Even though we're at the altitude where it should snow, so it's a little bit weird, but the rest of the village should be sorted out because we're not going to be building over the swamp biome. But yeah, the snow looks nice. In fact, let's go ahead. Let's go and there we go. Look at this atmosphere. It's just high hell. At the end, lighting, the rain, the sun is coming up. The muffled rain sound. Let's play that up. As the rain goes away and as dawn falls upon us, and oh my gosh, this is beautiful. We come to this lighthouse here. With some really funky stairs, no stair railing whatsoever until you get to up here. Then you have the walls, and then like you can't trust the walls because it's not always connected to the walls. I think I went into Krung, and then you come up here where you are on the lookout, overseeing the entire world, the beautiful sunrise. I tell you, shaders in Minecraft just make some picturesque scenes. Like, look at this view here. You know what? On this absolutely breathtaking view, that's how we're going to end the stream. Guys, if you like this, please be sure to tune in tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 1800 hours for those who live in the area without a 12-hour time format. Where we'll be streaming some more Minecraft Isolation World over on my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Cliff_B_gaming. And if you like to watch a high quality version of the streams, I really appreciate the amount of details and glorious beauty and magnificent that is this beautiful sunrise with the shaders looking out at the swamp and the light reflecting off of the waters. Then you can catch that on my YouTube at youtube.com/CliffBeTheBest because you know I am. Other than that, I am Cliff B, and I am signing out. Bye, Internet.